at it. What makes you most insecure? I hate that I'm losing my hair before 30. Baldness does not agree with me. The general sense of loneliness and failure which makes me feel pathetic. Lonely failures unite. Or not. No pressure or anything. Yeah. That. Let's not unite. But I'm already here. Unite. Please. I beg of you. Random erectile dysfunction. Shit just strikes like lightning sometimes and it sucks. Try constant ed. It can be devastating. I bet it's a growing phenomenon that young men grow up with access to the internet and consume porn every night for years and years until it's finally go time in real life, only to be left with a sloppy worm between your legs and being punched in the face by the girl you're with because she doesn't think she's attractive enough doesn't really help. It's just an overall bad situation for everyone involved. That Alexander the Great, at my age, had conquered the known world. To be fair, this made even Julius Caesar feel insecure. He was a very vain person apparently. My social skills. My social skills in front of women that are attractive. Even if I have no plans to pursue something. But even then when you do find someone with a slight inclination towards the possibility of a relation, you mentally think through years of your life together would be like. My skinny chicken legs. When my boyfriend was in high school he was sent to deliver a pass to a random classroom. He walked in and gave the pass to the teacher and whatnot, and as he's leaving he heard this girl say that thigh gap though. That's f***ing hilarious, but it'd be one of those things I'd still remember 20 years later while trying to fall asleep. Penis size. I don't even know if my dick is a size that's considered small or large, and I'm still insecure about it. I'm a sensitive dude. I always interpreted it as a strength and women value it immensely, that I can just talk about my emotions and have empathy, and I'm incredibly scared that it's too much for most to get into a relationship or that I'll be abandoned because of it. I can relate to this and can speak from experience it will be too much for some. My best advice is to find someone who loves you for your passion and will embrace it. Being told I'm creepy. A woman at a bar 7 years ago called me creepy because I maintained eye contact during a conversation. I got so insecure about that I no longer maintain eye contact with anyone for longer than 3 seconds. It actually made my GF insecure because she thought I never wanted to look at her. Feels bad, man. This sounds like this one experience. You had no reason to be called creepy. I would try and let it go if you can. Eye contact is seen as most people as professional and attentive. My height. Am 5 feet 6 inch male. Perfect height for getting ripped. Can fade into a crowd easily. Tall enough to get attention, but not the kind that you don't want. Lots of women like to see eye to eye. Literally. Height isn't everything. Work on the things that you can change and own the things that are fixed. My ex-girlfriend told me that she is very depressed. I took it as a cry for help and started talking to her in a friendly manner, but I felt like the conversations were pretty one-sided. I know this is a possible symptom of depression, but I can't help but suspect that she told me this because she knew not being there to take care of her would bother me. I guess what I'm saying is that I'm insecure about my goodwill because I fear that it is easy to take advantage of. She's your ex-girlfriend for a reason. If she dumped you, she's using you now. My mental illness. I make it very difficult to care about me long term because of it. It has a tendency to cause me to push people away, especially when I need their support the most. I've battled with depression and suicidal ideation since I was 12. I genuinely did not expect to live past 30 and planned, or rather, failed to. Accordingly, I was pretty reckless with my health and my relationships with people because I firmly believed that I was most likely going to self-immolate soon. And that would be that. Eat, drink, and be merry goes the refrain. And then I turned 35, and it dawned on me, it's one thing to expect to kill yourself, but another thing entirely to plan for it. In addition to neglecting my health, my relationships, and my career, I had also not really planned on killing myself. It was just something I expected would happen someday like everything else. So my real midlife crisis was the realization that I probably wasn't going to commit suicide, and I still had a bunch of life left to live. and I hadn't invested in any of it. I've been picking up the pieces since then, and only just now, at 43, have been getting a taste of what stable feels like. My body. I've been a chunky kid since 5th grade or so. A couple of years ago I hit my greatest weight, 272 pounds, but managed to turn it around and lose 78 pounds, 194 pounds. But I'm still not at where I want to be. I think even if I was at the weight I wanted to be, I think I'd still be insecure about how I look naked. You sir have my respect. Losing 80 pounds is no joke and takes so much will that not many have. Try and focus on that positive outcome and the more results to come. Stay positive. You are becoming a healthier and better looking you. And there is always someone out there who will see that and think you are beautiful too. I like em big. I like em chunky. I joke because I'm also quite chubby. I have been going to the gym recently and got a PT. I haven't seen any results yet, but I'm going to stick with it. Good luck man, and congrats on losing 80 pounds. That's more than I will ever be able to. My seeming inability to fall in love again. What if it's broken after that one ex and now I'm stuck, unable to fully invest into someone again? What if I'm just dooming all my future relationships to failure before they even begin? Also, my dick. It could be 9 inches long and I'd still be insecure about it. I think every man could have perfect cock, but would still be insecure about it. To me, all cock is perfect. I feel like if I approach any woman she will feel harassed. I feel bad for saying this, but looks play a big part in how women react whenever men approach them. This is true for both sides, but I think it has a lot to do with the idea that men are more aggressive / creepy than women, especially ugly ones. Also, the fact that men are not complimented as much also makes us feel we are worse looking than we actually are. So I'm not implying that you aren't good looking. Confidence plays a big part. It took me about 19 years to finally realize that I was considered good looking by most women. My girlfriend convinced me, so before this, I felt insecure whenever I had to engage in this type of situations. I know you didn't ask for any advice, but I felt like my comment could have a good impact in your perception regarding this topic. So how did you get the girlfriend? It seems like Op is stuck quite a way before that stage. The fact that I have a bigger ass than all of my past girlfriends. Chunk. I am Lord Chunk. Bow down to me. I've heard girls actually like thick boys, so. The fact that I'm not good enough to be considered great at anything and will be left to be forgotten by society when I'm gone. I will never be fast enough, or strong enough, or creative enough, or motivated enough, or smart enough, or kind enough, or, you see where this is going. I think there's a lot of pressure on men, or at least in my experience this style of pressure is very predominantly towards men, to be competitive and make something of yourself that is more than just being a morally good person. Provide for those you care about and be strong enough to protect what you love, otherwise you're not a real man. Every time I think about attempting to better myself, this crushing pressure of responsibility just paralyzes me and keeps from getting myself into gear, which makes me feel worse and makes me less likely to do it next time, ad infinitum. And no matter how much I know I should just get on with it and screw the haters, as it were, I just can't seem to pull myself out from under this fear of never being good enough. My weight. I'm underweight and I feel like I can't approach any girls because I would feel weird if I was dating someone bigger than me. And it's not like I wasn't able to eat or my parents underfed me. I just can't really eat that much and I'm pretty active. I've been really trying to put on healthy weight recently, but progress is really slow and I got sick for a few days, so I lost a good amount of what I gained 2x as fast as it took to put it on. The fact that I can only ever get validation by doing something to earn it. No one ever tells me that I'm fine just the way I am, unconditionally. This leads to the fear that even if I'm doing alright now, one day I'll screw up and then no one will care about me anymore. When your social worth is dependent upon doing, then if you can't do, then you have no worth.